Okay, we'll go ahead and get started then. I'm going to have Steve open us up here. He had a lot of meetings with people with important titles and stuff last week, and so I'm just going to have him kind of fill us in on how that went and what we should know about all those things. So take it away, Steve.
Hey, thanks, Alicia. Hey, everyone. Yeah, so for those who know, this is sort of budget year for the company. We have a budget year that goes from October 1st to September 30th. So we're working on our budget for the upcoming fiscal year. And so I was lucky enough to get drawn into those. But the reason I wanted to talk briefly, and Alicia asked me to talk briefly, there was a discussion about publication services, and specifically we have our own budget for salaries and expenses and all that kind of good stuff. But basically, what I do, Mary Jo was there as well. We go in front of other executives and we talk about everything that under the sun, really, about the department. And you never really know what questions they're going to ask. So as a part of that, we got to the discussion about some of the achievements from the last year and also some of the challenges of the upcoming year and sort of how that fits into the budget. So I want to just give a brief update. To a person, everyone in that room understood that it's been a difficult year, a challenging year, a lot of change. Obviously, the Roxen software has had its own set of challenges, and everyone acknowledged that and pointed out some areas that we'd like to see improve as far as how the software works and how we have things set up as far as workflow, particularly like what it does allow us to do and what it doesn't. And one of the things that we focused on was like capacity going forward, making tweaks and changes to how Roxen operates, because we are committed to making that better for all of you. But most importantly, I really want to emphasize and pass along the across the board appreciation for the work that you do. They are to a person, and again, there were at least 4 executives in that meeting, all recognize and appreciate and respect the work that is being done by this team. They understand and know that it's not easy, and so what they basically we're asking as part of this budget process, like, how can we make it easier, and how can we like make this transition better? So we had a good, healthy discussion about that, and I do feel that everyone is committed to making things better as we go. It's as you know, it's been a process over the last several months. We're not done, but we've made some really good progress. I appreciate the leadership, particularly of Alicia and Michael, Emily and Joe, and others. But I've worked most closely with them, and I guess I really wanted to pass along their heartfelt appreciation and respect for the work that you do. And we will be working on some long-term solutions to making the workflow in particular better. So I just appreciate the chance to pass along their sentiments.
All right, thanks, Steve. I hope you all know how much Emily, Joe, Michael, and I appreciate and respect the work that you all do and that Steve does. But it's nice to know that the people in the positions of power in the company, the decision makers, understand and have that respect for you and your work as well. So I just wanted you all to know that we see you. So, all right, from here, I have a quick There we go. Okay. We figured something out today in a meeting. So what we will do from now on, we've got these things that we're going to copy over from network content, continue to copy them over the way we have been using appearances. But after you have copied them, once you go into the local publications, I see these are already copies instead of using appearances. If you use this window down here, click on the gear, go down to detach this story appearance. That is going to do what we've been trying to do in terms of separating the story from the original or parent version or whatever you want to call it. So then this story is no longer attached to that one. So you can make any changes that you need to make in this version without affecting anybody else's version. So if you need to change the headline or trim out one of the letters or whatever, that all can be done here after you hit detach the story without affecting any of the other versions of the story. So hopefully that's a little bit easier than copying and then having to keep track of the copy. And of course, that message doesn't show up here for me. Oh, Emma, yep.
Can you do one where it actually shows what it looks like? Like, will it still say copy after it? Like, how will it appear up there in the stack?
Whatever the the title of it is. So, okay. So this Lost Italian one, we can see here that, you know, it's got appearances for Dickinson, for Jamestown, and it has this original network content one. So when we do it, detach, and ask if you're sure you want to do it. You hit OK. And so it's still the exact same story with the same name. The name hasn't changed at all. But when you look under appearances, the other appearances are gone.
Does that mean when the story is updated that it'll then update this file too, or are we still having to re-grab or re-push to Roxen when that happens?
Yeah, so this will not update if updates are made to the original version. And the original version is also going to lose that there was a Duluth appearance added. And so we're asking them to make a fix on that so that, like, instead of saying stack, it would say like detached or something like that. So it would still be on the list so that we could check, you know, that it ran. And so that if there was a change, you know, it wouldn't automatically change that version of it, but we would know, okay, Duluth's version needs to be fixed along with everyone else. So we're working on that part of it. But for right now, you know, if you need to make changes, you can at least just use this detach so that you can make changes without affecting any of the other versions of it. So, okay. Beyond that, Matt Corey's last day with us is Sunday. If you haven't already had a chance to wish him well, please go ahead and do that. Also, we have got new team members starting. So we've hired a new network sports editor. I'm going to send an email out with this information, but his name is Michael Hicks. He's got more than 30 years of experience as a sports and news editor with several different publications, most recently with a group of publications in Colorado. And he will be starting with us September 5th, so the Tuesday after Labor Day. We've also hired 2 assistant sports editors, Dalton Sell, who is from Wisconsin, and he has been working for Behind the Bucks Pass. It's a website focusing on the Milwaukee Bucks. I started working with him a little bit yesterday to work on some training. So he's going to be working on training the next couple of weeks. He'll work the Wednesday to Saturday shift. And then Barry Obenchain is going to start August 28th. He's going to work Sunday through Thursday nights. Barry also has more than 3 decades of experience, including one of the first papers he worked at was the Forum, back in the days when you could still smoke in the newsroom. So he's from the area originally, went to UND, worked in Minot, then worked in Fargo, and then has worked in a few different places since then, and then settled down in Florida, where he has worked the past 20 years at a Gannett newspaper there. And Gannett recently outsourced the entire department that he was in. Everything went overseas. And so, he's just spent the past month or so kind of hanging out on the beach in Florida, I guess, on his severance package. But he is very, very knowledgeable about journalism, about sports. So we are very excited to have him coming on as well. So we've got people who really know what they're doing. And so I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about their ability to help the team out as we're working through that. We still have that assistant network content editor, so that news position that we are working on, and we hope to have news on that for all of you shortly. Again, I'm going to send an email out with the details on these people so you guys have all that in writing, but I just wanted to let you know. Paula says, that sounds terrible to be on a beach all day. We should all go down there as a field trip to see how awful it is. I agree, I did let Mary Jo know that I was pretty sure Barry was going to have some trouble and need me to go down in January and February for a few weeks to, work with him on some training and help him out. So the company is going to have to fly me down there. I don't know, Steve, I think you're just probably going to want to put in a requisition for the company plane. Several of us are probably going to have to go down there to work with them. We got to do what we got to do for the business. Paula says, we're all very concerned. So, okay. Well, everybody tentatively put that on your calendars and I'll work on the plane thing. So, all right. That's what I've got for all of you today. You guys have anything else that we need to go through? Questions? All right. Well, go forth and enjoy the rest of your day then. Thank you all. I'm always around for questions or whatever. You guys know where to find me. So thank you all very much. Appreciate you.